And hey, what's going on, everybody? EnteRChazmAN here, back with stream number 8 for Final Fantasy 16. We literally just had a big old stream last night where I got to knock out a bunch of stuff and got to take down Kupka, or Titan as he is. So yeah, we're just continuing on from there. See, it is a little 7:15 p.m. Eastern, so I'll keep playing till normal time, 10 or 11, or whenever I begin to crash, which I am pretty tired, but I would at least like to get in a few hours. So what do we say we go ahead and just dive on in? Already smacking my mic. Good start. Alright, so here we go. So if you can't tell from some of my previous streams, I haven't hid the fact that I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's... I know we've had the conversation on our podcast already, but I think I'm liking this more than Zelda. And I really enjoyed Zelda, but I don't know, this feels totally different. It could just be that, like, maybe I played Zelda at a bad time for me, but...
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Yeah, and I don't want to reiterate on we had many conversations on Zelda and Tears of the Kingdom, and I don't know, just something about, I think it was because of the fact that it felt very, a lot of the repetition, and I don't know, the fact that it kind of felt like a game built on the foundation of
Clive,
Breath of the Wild, which basically was. But
I am. And with glad tidings for once.
At least this game, at least for me, kind of feels like a new thing.
There is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word?
Yeah, but yeah, back to the, I guess, ChazmaN's Game of the Year kind of talk. I would say so far this year it would be...
Go and have a word with
it's tough between this game and Zelda. I would say for me, I prefer this one. But those are two very tough contenders so far to kind of begin the year with kind of, Game of the Year talks. Or maybe not give my favorite Game of the Year, I should say. Stop calling it Game of the Year. It's not like the ChazmaN stamp of approval is that grand in the scheme of things, I guess. There are a few other games that I very much want to check out. I know coming out soon is the official release for Baldur's Gate 3. And as of right now, that game's getting very good reviews. So that made me want to try and play at some point, even though I've heard that game's probably going to consume a lot of time.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
I think what else? I mean, we still have Starfield coming out in September, which technically that's next month. Holy crap! So this year's flying by.
May have picked up
So
one
we
or two.
get, that in September. And then I think Spider-Man is October, so we're in for some heavy contenders here for, Game of the Year talks.
Of something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Walooder standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin
side
to
quest
heal.
of just telling people.
Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Ah, my favorite pupil. I have the details here. Study it well, Clive.
Well, someone looks pleased.
Nothing escapes you, it's true.
Good. We're starting to get a crick in minute. And what can I do for you? You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all?
Blackthorn.
Sorry if I'm a little
You have a
quieter
moment?
than usual.
What is it? I'm
totally
busy.
out of it today. We just got done
I wanted to tell you that
golfing, and it
Healer
was
Coven is dead.
it's like 90, 99 degrees outside. Florida. That's
I
what
can't tell
that's
you.
what they'll do.
Wondering.
I'll try to.
Back, are you? Not saying Fornian, do you? No scratches, right?
Ooh. No, I can't afford those ones.
That it? Fine, Clive. Not saying Fornian, do you? Yeah, that should do you. And how am I meant to do that then? That it? Fine.
I just got a new sword, it looks like. Indeed. That's nice.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually.
And with good reason, children. There shall be no lessons today, only...
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kuka found
Smash my glasses.
Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
Alas, to others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Clive! Quick look.
Good day to you. Sid.
The crystals we get from it.
We had to dig a new cellar.
Ah!
Go.
Give you.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. And let her find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
No, I'm done. Where it is, the Black Shields took a hike.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? Run like the wind. You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. The hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
It's over. Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Good day to you. Sid.
The crystals we get from it.
Clive.
I found
And who?
and what?
And I mean, so I see we what quick.
Yeah, shows a lot of dialogue.
My friends and comrades.
I'm not going to change his mind.
The heck? Another quest over here?
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and spices from...
Gone.
I'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's fat.
All right. You deserve a rest.
My blade yet hungers. Come. Let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over. Too slow. Nice try. Those who kill for sport deserve no better. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker's...
It's certainly not. Time was the sight of the fang.
Perhaps.
You know. What?
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be trans...
Ah! And Master...
I'm telling you, it's true.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts. You earned this. All done?
Come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Cid might need some help.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with. You going after the start? Which one of these?
Gav.
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy.
I'll go and scout the place out. See you.
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this.
You two, eh?
Fleece me.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Thanks, girl. So this is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. Should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on. Let's go.
Yeah! Be safe.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
This whole section is not super interesting so far. What am I? Almost 45 minutes in. This whole section's been kind of boring.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain? Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other.
You gonna hit on me?
You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I love you, Clive.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise.
I love that little scar on your eye.
So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Everything Gucci. Yeah.
this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. Or be sneaking around on your tud all the time.
You would like that, Gav, wouldn't you?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Report back to Mid.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So,
Oh no!
what's next?
I gotta do this 2 more times.
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's it?
What's her name? Right.
Oh. Here you see.
Well,
Please
I
get
see.
through this section.
Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I just bought a new dry erase board, and it's looks like it's already failing. Whatever adhesive they got on it.
Run like the wind.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back. Anybody home?
Hey.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Nice try. The things I do.
Sid!
You should.
seen troops amassing at every border crossing.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Me. Right away.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Ooh, come on.
I wondered if... but... I see.
Early Gregorian histories before...
So you need a hand?
Can we count on your aid?
What?
So, Clive.
Very well. You two enjoy.
You too. Now, where's Jill?
And what can I do for you? Times may be hard, but I can't play favourites. I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't abuse.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the Humphrey?
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in them. Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
We haven't much, but you're free to look. But I trust it's all here. I hope it's to your liking.
There's two.
What do you want? Go on, take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Hippocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
But before we head back, would you?
Uh-oh.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive.
Let's make out
Is it
already.
me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so.
I wonder if they're gonna Final
Thank
Fantasy
you,
VII this crap and kill off Jill. I wonder. We best get back.
Well, I need to give... oh.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the...
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Taya how we... And now that we have all...
You can count on me. I've mixed...
What about the shield?
Work is underway.
Apparently, it'll...
Thank you.
Right then. Jill.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice.
It appears our work here... A shame. When both the shielding and the moon follow, perhaps someone ought to warn.
Leave it to me. Thank you. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid, the man who...
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
daughters started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you. You'll be.
You found right to.
Gotta be almost done building this ship.
When I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
So I'm assuming, I guess I'm out of the loop because I've skipped so much of the dialogue, but I'm assuming this the whole purpose of creating this ship is to get me to the other section, that other continent, I guess, kind of next door. Maybe through the air, or get me there super fast.
For weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a
Really? More side quests?
Mid might need some help.
Well. I imagine.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
He cracked the crystal too.
Hopefully it's not. Black with this night and that.
That's the read that.
I got your note.
But eat it.
No.
Oh, then.
That's Laws actually.
Or if then good.
You right.
Little wondrous. There's no it's breakfast. Mid told me she was building a ship.
A little.
Rocks.
Go.
Because... Well...
Don't.
Okay, so kind of annoying how the game's just like all of a sudden just throwing all the side quests at you.
There's talk at the glass gate.
Did you hear?
The gate's to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady.
Oh, my.
Otto asked me to...
I've taken my...
I'd like to do the same. And for Otto.
Long ago, yes, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Clive!
A stuff.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
What am I gonna make a left here?
Faster!
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough? I say that answer. You're just a big puppy. Like. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
And Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do? My reputation will be cut.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't...
Please. His lordship is going through a difficult time.
Ready?
Very good. Would you mind step...
I'm sorry if I've caused you an...
That?
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac. Nothing.
I hear I have you. What? Well, carrot and eat this. Why? But why take the and.
Thank you.
Pardon the
Too many to count, but only one do I consider mine, and is a farewell, wyvern. May up. Ready?
I think he's coming.
Trust Uncle. No.
So, real quick. I have another. Okay, so I'm just gonna figure out how to find this thing. Final Fantasy 16 bomb thing location. Sure, except cookies. Leave me alone. The Holy Empire of Sanbreque. But which one is that? Oh, this is all Dalmekia, so... So Rosaria... Okay, I guess I kind of see now how to tell. Okay, there's... It's the Holy Empire. Croc of Sanbreque. So it is here, apparently.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
I feel like I've been there. Get rid of that. I found it.
I can walk from here.
Here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Nice try.
take that. There's another one down.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If a wine needs more than this.
Okay, I think I'm finally done with all the side quests. Ah. Game just like up and decided to throw as many side quests at me like all at once.
I noticed you into. So. You can, huh?
Come on.
Hey, I owe you one.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Clive. So, what'll it be? And?
Okay, done there.
Consider.
The nobleman who visited.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Okay, come on. Like I said, this whole the section before beating Titan, and then this entire stream so far, so I'm going on 2 hours. Been a lot of kind of little side questy, which sucks because like up until that point, until that little section just before Titan or Cupca, I had been like loving the game. That means this is probably like a 3-hour section that I'm not like totally loving. They're lucky the Cupca fight or the Titan fight was there, because that made up for like a lot of those.
There we have it. The Telemon Malembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Don't care.
Why do you let... Well, we go up with that. Well,
Now, granted, I guess I should also say, it's not like I have to do all these side quest things, so maybe I'm just the completionist aspect of me is causing me to be in pain doing all these side quests.
I think mid might need some help.
Good.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. You earned this. All done?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Lady Karen.
Come on, I would like to play a section of Substance before ending tonight.
Might be.
Because just doing a stream of just this, like, 2 hours worth of, like, side quests is not... It's not my ideal of a great stream, I guess.
Or sometimes.
I've seen that. I knew so.
Before he died, back in equipment. Luckily, he had it from.
Okay, we got a cutscene for a side quest. That's neat.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
Fine then. I
Leave
will.
that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him or anyone I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Come on, I can't skip this cutscene.
Already have.
Yay! Payback. Alright, main quest. What was I gonna do? Oh. Ooh, we got a lot of points to spend. 28.33. Gee, probably now's a good time to save. Alright, let's see. Are we main questing now?
Asterix, we'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Obelith.
Oh, you in a hurry at all, are you? All right.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, You might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work, just like when we built this. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it?
Gav will be leaving with me.
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others more.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but...
I hope she's telling the truth.
Alright, so this is some sort of quest, at least.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Uh-oh. The whole group's here.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goot.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. In boy.
Yeah!
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think? That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really?
Oh, aye.
I take it there's
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have...
How does a merchant...
Oh, the man's a... He said my brother... We each other.
Well,
Fly, Ambrosia.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. Nice try. Too slow. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of it.
See?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will you be getting?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be...
You've done... It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be... What if we want his help?
Let's go.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side. Enough of you, are there? So this is Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee, All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, Your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast. Fly, Ambrosia!
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Not much further to walk.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing. No need to ride from here.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Out of my sight.
What are you looking for? Hey, Gilbert. Smile upon you.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as
I'll take the large one.
Oh, good.
Clive,
Slow down, Goots.
we cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able...
Do you...
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Here.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So, to get the pass back, we need...
I know where! No one knows more about what goes...
Where do we find?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans. Oh,
No time like...
you two, I'm gonna check...
All right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
What's next?
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El! He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been whoever they are, they're ruining you and
Is there any... All right.
The proprietor...
Tell you what, I actually think I'm going to call my stream there for tonight. Kind of a short one, 2.5 hours, but I don't know. This entire stream so far has been nothing but like side quests and a bit of an uninteresting main quest line. So hopefully maybe tomorrow night I'll hop back on and try and knock out some more. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it as much as you could. Once again, even I was partly bored by so many of these side quests. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you. I will see you again. Bye, everybody.